Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel, Hybrid Jamaican-American Art, Jamaican cooking, American power tooling, and much more. Even though I already have a video of me cooking Jamaican oxtail, in that video I used powdered oxtail seasoning. Now I'll be making my oxtail pretty much the same, except instead of using the powdered oxtail seasoning, in this video I'll be using liquid oxtail seasoning. And I'm using the liquid oxtail seasoning. This way the oxtail will be a bit creamier, a different texture, and different flavor, yet just as tasty. I'll still be using my regular seasonings of black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I'll be using thyme leaves, maybe some Scotch bonnet. I'm not sure yet because I like spicy, but not too spicy. And again, the liquid oxtail seasoning to give it a different flavor. When I'm cooking my oxtail, I'll eventually be adding baby carrots. As I stated in my other video of me cooking Jamaican oxtail is often made with butter beans, but I don't care for buttered beans. So I'm going to add baby carrots instead. And as I also said in that same video, cooking Jamaican oxtail, it isn't as hard as one might think. It just takes a while. So let me get started. Okay, so I'm going to start seasoning the oxtail with black pepper. And you don't have to season them in any particular order. It's just the way I like to do it. I had already washed my oxtail, I forgot to mention that. Make sure it's washed nice and good. Okay. Now I'm going to add the garlic powder. And of course you can use different seasonings such as paprika or some people use adobo or adobo. Sorry, I personally don't care for that because to me it's too salty. And those of you who know me, who watch my channel on cooking, I am not a salt person. Kudos to my mother because she's the one who would often cook with no salt. And if she added salt to something, which was very, 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 very rare, it was very, very little. When I was visiting my Jamaican relatives last summer in Jamaica, and they were making some, I think it was breadfruit or whatever, and then I told them that, you know, I love breadfruit, but you put salt on them. And she asked me, oh, do you have hypertension? I said, no. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. And don't get me wrong, it's not like she was adding tons. But still, it's me personally. I'm not a salt person. It's me. The adobos are salty. Okay, so I added the onion powder. And now I'm adding some thyme leaves, which personally I prefer fresh thyme, but for something like this, I think the ground thyme leaves, they're just going to work better. That's just my take on it. Okay, so see, I get the seasonings in there. I'm going to add a little bit more onion powder, just a bit. Some people will say that's not just a bit. Okay. Now I have all my dry seasonings in there. And you know, I like to just make sure that they get in there. Really get in there. And now that they are, it is time to add the liquid oxtail seasoning. Now this one, excuse me, it's a little spicy, but not major, so I'm actually not going to add the Scotch bonnet. And again, this will give it a different texture and a different flavor. Than the powdered. It has a really nice scent to it and a nice aroma. But again, you gotta be careful. If you're like me, you like spicy, but not too spicy. To me, Jamaican food is not spicy. It's not too spicy, depending, but it can be. But then so can other foods. Indian food, Japanese food, American food, it all depends on the type. But okay. See? Massage the seasonings in really well. Do it a bit more. Okay, and now I'm going to let the oxtail marinate overnight. And by God's grace, I'll be back tomorrow to cook it up. Okay, so my oxtail is now ready to go in the refrigerator so it can marinate. Again, I'm going to let it marinate overnight. That way, it'll be nice and marinated and ready to cook tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. Well over 24 hours that my oxtail has marinated. So, it should be nice and seasoned up. So I'm ready to start cooking. Now, I just turned my stove onto medium. But before I put the oxtail in, I'm going to put just a bit more of the oxtail seasoning in the pot. Just so it'll be nice and creamy. Have a nice creamy gravy to it. But again, you don't want to do too much. As this liquid oxtail, it's a little spicy. Not too spicy, but a little spicy. So I just put some in. I'm going to add some water in. And now that it's started, the heat has started. So you can see. I'm going to start cooking up the Jamaican oxtail. Now, I'm not gonna lie, right now, from the looks of it, it's kind of like, kind of weird looking. But again, just different spices, different flavors. Again, last time I used the powdered seasoning. This time I used the liquid seasoning. And again, it's really not that hard to cook. But like I said before in the other video, it takes a while. Oxtail can take a long time to cook. Turn up my heat a bit more. Now, I thought that I had some baby carrots, but I'm out. So, I think I might add some, either another type of vegetable, but I'll probably just put it on the side instead of cooking it in the oxtail. So here's what it looks like for starters. You can see a little bit better this way. So I'm just going to keep my eye on it, adding water to it when need be, checking on it, and then just keep cooking till it's all cooked up and ready to go. Okay, I'm getting ready to put a little bit more water into the oxtail. What I did is I poured water into the bowl that I had the oxtail marinating in. That way it just helps get more of the marinade in there, and also a little less washing I have to do on my part. Okay, my oxtail's cooking for about an hour and a half now. As you can see, still got a ways to go. And that's what I meant when I said oxtail isn't hard to cook, it just takes a while to cook. And since I don't have the carrots that I was going to put in here, I think I'm going to probably add some onions and maybe on the side, okra on the side. But I think this will taste nice and be better with some onions. So when it cooks down even more, when it's more cooked, I'll be adding some onions in. Okay, so I added some onions, and you might be able to see that some of the oxtail meat is starting to fall off the bone. And that is a good sign that your meat is pretty much cooked. But I'm going to let it cook a little bit more. Because like I said, oxtail is not hard to cook, but it takes a while, longer than many meats. But I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit longer, and then the oxtail will be ready. Okay, I'm turning off my stove because it took about 2.5, 3 hours. But my Jamaican oxtail, my creamy Jamaican oxtail, is now finally cooked. Have to admit, quite proud of it because it's different from the way I usually make it. And again, a shout out, thank you to me Jamaican mommy for teaching me how to cook this. As me Jamaican auntie taught me many other Jamaican dishes. But see, all finished. So now I've made another version of Jamaican oxtail that I learned from me Jamaican mother before I shifted from asking me mother how to make the Jamaican foods to asking me auntie how to make the Jamaican foods. Both very good Jamaican cooks. Thanks, mommy. Thanks, auntie. And thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you very much. I hope you return to my YouTube channel. As by God's grace, I'll be back with more Jamaican cooking and other aspects of hybrid Jamaican American art. Till next time.